What's up, everybody? I mean, tell me you don't go into a meditative state, trance-like state, when you hear that opening theme song.
A trans-like state?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trans right now.
I'm tucked back.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Here's the Scenario podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Feeney, being joined with me, as always,
By Mike Cannon, and also
Brendan Sagalow. What's up?
And
What's up?
This is a hypothetical-based podcast, the most interactive podcast in America, just America. The UK, there's a bunch I gotta speak. But we answer your hypotheticals, marry, fuck, kills, what ifs. Any scenario you want to throw at us is a comedy obstacle course that you help create. And we have so many questions. I'm very excited about this. You guys just came back from a trip, I mean, which we'll talk about, I assume, and hope, on the Patreon.
That's right. That's where we do our little storytelling.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/scenario pod. We do a bonus app every week, plus an extra, what do we call it? Just a video, an extra content for you?
More
like doing lunch with the boys.
So much. I mean, there's there's storytelling, you name it. So anybody that, sidles up next to us at a concert and tells us how much they missed the podcast we just canceled, there's more for you on Patreon.com.
There's so much.
There's somebody commented on an Irish Goodbye video, the last Irish Goodbye video. Someone commented yesterday, I think it was, going, oh my God, is this really over? I'm just finding out about this now. And it's like, well, then you've been gone for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've been gone so long that we couldn't wait anymore.
4 months, we should have continued to update until that guy found it.
Someone's like, wait a minute, they canceled Seinfeld?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Hold on. You're telling me Sopranos is over? It's finished? The series?
That was the last episode?
Yeah. By the way, I just finished Ted, and what a great time! That I've never seen a season start. Ted Lasso. I've been calling it just Ted, and now that's just what
him
happens.
and the show are on a first name.
Yeah,
they're on a
we hang
first
out.
lip basis.
Yeah.
Your upper lip is the exact same.
You've
changed your entire wardrobe. I mean, this is nice. I like whatever's going on right now.
Thanks, buddy.
The kind of creamsicle.
I'm a little creamsicle boy.
Yeah, I want to lick ya.
With an F on it.
Yeah, I mean, how perfect is that? Love the F. I honestly bought it for the F.
It's like you're wearing a personalized robe.
Yeah.
Except,
because
I love it. Yeah, I love the whole new thing. I love whenever you're wearing a chain.
Yeah,
I didn't wear the chain today, but we're trying to. You can upgrade one piece of clothing at a time before you know you got a whole new wardrobe.
That's right. Well, Sag Daddy and I are coming off of a trip, which we will talk more about on the Patreon, but. It's funny because the one thing that I noticed from you, we smoked a little bit before the show, as we're one to do. And Feeney hasn't been with us for the last week. So you took like a hit or two conservatively. And you're like, I want to have my wits about me for the program. And Brendan and I have just been, we sucked down like an entire half blunt. And Brendan goes, one hit got you high. And I realized what that is. It's because we smoked over a half ounce in 4 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we were high the majority of the time.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was awesome. It was pretty cool.
How many blunts does that break down to?
Well, each one was individually because he was legitimately homesick. He was
Sickers, Branders.
I mean, traveling around the Midwest, loose coughing, like in the middle of public, blowing his nose like it was a cartoon.
What'd you call me?
And then I'd be like,
the Johnny Appleseed of sickness.
Yeah, you're literally like, I mean, the handkerchief would come up to the point where it was just straight booger to the
All right,
world.
we gotta save this for the Patreon.
Yes.
This for the Patreon.
Oh my God, I'm excited to talk about it.
You want to find out about more of Brendan's boogers? Tune into Blunts with the Boys for Brendan's boogers. Let's get into questions. We have a bunch, and again, if you want to submit your questions to us, the best way to do it is go to the Instagram of Here's the Scenario Pod, or also go to here'sthescenario.com. It's a one-stop shop for everything HTS. So this one is from Curtis. Would you rather sit on your balls every time you sat down, or stub your toe every corner you took? There are so many corners in a day. And I would just feel like I would choose the ball sitting one because I would stop sitting all the way. I'd be like a standing desk guy. I'd kind of lean. You know how they put those lean benches on the subways now that you don't really need to ever like fully sit down until you're ready. And then when you're ready, when you're like, I'm going to sit down for 2 hours, watch some TV, then you sit down, you go through the pain, but then you're good for like 2 hours.
Well, I think once I sat down, I would never get up again. I would risk one ball sit per day.
Yeah.
And then that was it. But I will say that like sitting on your nuts or my nuts causes me to yelp like a
Sure.
like I'm like, "Ugh!" Like it's the only thing that elicits that response. And then stubbing my toe is an insta-racial slur. So it's, which one of those would you rather emit every
which
day?
one are you more comfortable with, screaming racial slurs or anything else? Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just
or yelping like a little dog.
I think racial slurs. I'm going to go with stubbing my toe.
every corner. Think about how many corners you took to get just from where
Are
the
there
bottom of
different
this.
degrees of stubbage, or is it the same?
Think about coming up this
The worst.
staircase.
No.
The worst.
Think about coming up this staircase to get into this studio from outside. How many turns you had to make to get up each flight of stairs.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have stubbed your toe 19 times before getting into the seat.
Oh, but dude,
And
sitting
each
on
time-
your nuts, it's like
It does hurt.
Such
It hurts. But
and you
think
worry about it exploding every time. Like every single time, I think I'm gonna catch that one angle that it's gonna ricochet, split open, and my nuts like fucking the snakes in one of those bean cans just fucking flying out of my bag.
But think about stubbing the same foot
No, it
over and
hurts.
over and over
I'd cut
again.
my foot.
At
off
least when
some
you
point.
sit down and you sit
Then you
on
stub your stub.
at least when you sat down and you sat on your balls, you're sitting down now. So you can go, and you go, rest.
Yes.
Just rest.
Yeah, but then you
Stubbing
have to do
your
the
toe,
show while-
it would take you 5 minutes to get up from the stairs. It would take you at least 10 minutes.
You'd be wincing.
You'd be like,
Hey.
fuck. And you'd
Especially
walk
as a guy
around.
who has a noticeable limp.
I figured it out. Noticeable.
What?
How dare
You haven't noticed your limp?
How dare you wear a
Maybe it's been seeking your attention.
That is
so you
a
should
grandfather
take some time to
sweater.
notice it.
It
No,
comes
don't
up
take
my
it back.
lip.
You said everything
I
nice.
hate it. I hate it now. You stupid idiot. Where'd you get that fucking
stupid idiot.
shot at
Yeah, what's the
mall?
F stand for? Faggot.
Oh, who knew that was going to happen?
Everyone in
This
America.
in the podcast.
And what's funny is that was so 3 minutes. That was so
We're 3 minutes in.
Oh,
That's-
I
That's
tried,
so-
man. I
here's the
really
thing.
tried to think of something
I saw
before
you
I got
trying
there.
to pull out. That's the episode of Mac and Charlie Die when Mac is going to run the car into the brick wall, and then you just didn't get out of the car and went headfirst into the steering wheel. I thought you were going there so obviously that I'm like, he's going to say something else, and I'm going to laugh at whatever else it is because I'm going to think that he was going to say.
Yeah, and he had an extra long F to
Yeah,
think of
yes.
something.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
held
landed
out
it.
the F.
Well,
landed
it was all in. It's like a sing song. You know what I mean? Like you only get so much before you gotta say your thing.
That's right. And there was never a doubt that you were not going to come up with an alternative.
There was a hope,
There was a
but
hope.
no doubt.
There was a finger crossed for the success of this podcast. Hope,
Yeah. Is
but-
this the clip? Unfortunately,
Yeah, I'm so sorry to the community.
I'm sorry to my
My friends.
Instagram. Maybe you'll start liking these clips.
Or else what?
Well, you.
Or
heard.
else I'll do more.
I will answer.
I'll do more.
I will. Here's my answer. The balls.
You want to sit on your nuts.
Yeah, it's more manageable because you can, like Feeney said.
Before you went on that hate-filled tirade, I was actually going to come up with an alternative, which is steel-toe boots. Steel-toe
pretty good.
boots everywhere you go. That's your shoe of choice, unless you're playing hoops, which has no corners.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, that is a good solution to your day, but then your night, going to bed,
Doc Martin,
getting out of bed to pee in the middle of the night.
you have
You have to
slipper
have a
shoes.
straight line.
Yeah.
You have steel-toe
Straight line to
slipper.
the bathroom.
You set your bed up in direct linear with your bathroom.
Now you're thinking feng shui.
Yeah.
That's what the
I'm thinking all the way from.
Well, now I'm more toes, I think. But what if you want to go to the beach?
right by
Yeah.
the beach. What about it?
Then you're wearing.
As long as you're not
fucking
turning.
boots on the
No,
beach.
you're not, because what corner are you going around from
Yes.
sand to water?
But when you're in
What
the
if you go
water,
into the bathroom?
when you're in the water, and you go to turn in the waves, there's a rock that you just underwater
But
stub
that's not
your
a
toe
wall.
into.
That's not a wall.
But the thing is stub your toe. But
Every corner you
every
go in.
corner, yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Oh,
cornering
you're right. It's
the
not a
ocean.
corner.
Mostly the stuff that you would inhibit you from doing is mostly wide open Spaceys.
No.
Spaceys. Wide open Kevin.
Spaceys,
Wide
I
open,
like my Reese's
Wide open
Pieces.
Spaceys.
Kevin Spacey. But yeah, you don't have to, like basketball, like I said, sneakers, you're totally fine. You're not going around corners. Swimming, same thing. Although I guess if you're in the corner of the pool, maybe you hit
What about
the corner.
getting into the car? You have to turn the corner to get into the car.
That's true. And what about this too? As a solution to the balls thing,
corners, man.
Everything's corners? Aren't those?
That's Willem Dafoe's face. His face is made out of 100% corner.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
He's very sharp.
yeah.
He's like all cabinet corners.
He's like the missing skeleton that clicks us to the.
Can you put up Willem Dafoe? Because it's pretty crazy how much corners his face
He looks
has.
like a diamond.
Yes, he does. A well-cut diamond. He absolutely does.
Yeah, he has Minecraft head.
Look at that, dude.
Wow.
You know what I like about the way he's aging? He's got very, very deep smile lines.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? That's a life well lived.
Yeah,
Because he
you have
laughed
to.
a lot and smiled a lot.
Well, you know what they say: the people that
grimace.
smile a lot aren't usually the happiest.
Well, you also have them too. So, but
yeah.
Please, you're with a puss on your face all the time because you love when people ask, what's the matter?
Yeah, I like when people are concerned with me.
I know.
we're concerned with you, not for you. Now,
That's why you're on the show.
Yeah.
If it was for you, you'd be off the show.
Yeah.
We'd
Yeah.
worry about you silent.
but here's my solution to the. You know how there are some monks that you can just keep kicking them in the testicles and they fucking just stand there and just take it and they're fine. Sometimes they'll yell.
They cut their balls
No, they don't cut their balls off. They strengthen the testes.
What?
by punching them or something.
Pull up a video, Nicole. Yeah, it's a real thing where they can you can literally, and they're not like wearing a cup or something, but it is a thing where there's these like crazy martial art
No,
type
that
monk
you know
people.
of. Do none of the people?
Then now watch, I'll show you to you. And
You know
here's
what
what I'm
I
saying.
thought?
I'll go to that person, learn that trade, and then it won't hurt when I sit on my balls.
Can I tell you what my theory was behind this the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen this video, but I thought they like figured out a way to get each nut to like crawl to the back of their thigh, so then the middle is just wide open.
There might someone they say they retract the testicles up into themselves.
That's
Look,
disgusting.
like Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, yeah,
That just
Yeah,
looks like a
yeah.
tight pant.
yeah.
Well, you
You
definitely
know?
gotta have tight pants.
But look.
Oh,
What is this? A fucking brick? No,
Oh.
he ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh my god. Nice.
No.
he should have to do
What a
it.
sponsor
he
for
should-
those sneakers, huh?
Skechers.
He should
Bust
have
your
to
balls
do
with a
it.
brick in Skechers.
He should have to do it. Oh no,
God. Oh.
dude, he should have to do it in like a G-string to really prove that there's nothing on underneath that.
No, I want to see his fucking balls getting hit.
Yeah, I
will never believe it
him
until he's-
pantsless.
No, but if they say they can retract them.
I want to see him pantsless and not.
I wanna see him
blurred like
retract
in-
his
Oh!
Look at the people in the back admiring.
I mean, wouldn't you love to kick somebody in the balls when they're asking you to kick them
yeah,
in the
there's
balls?
a guy in Vegas in old Vegas that actually for $1 you can kick him in the nuts.
But does he
He
get
feels
really
it,
hurt?
though.
Yeah.
He feels it,
I
though.
mean, he's only on crystal meth, but he's not very monk-like, but he does let you kick him in the nuts.
All right, let's get to our next question. Here's a scenario from Muthani. Let's see. This one is just I guess, for Brendan, this first one. Mike, ask Brendan why he doesn't like to talk about past or present relationship. What does Bren say?
What do you mean?
I don't know. He
Why-
just wants
why
to
I-
know.
Like you always close down when it gets
Like you don't want to talk
personal.
about your relationships like while you're in them because you're like, I don't want to like fuck it up, but then you don't want to talk about it once. I don't know.
It's gone.
I'm just reading what he said. Once it's gone.
I don't know. I think
It's
I'm.
gone forever.
I love how Muthoni is basically like our real world
therapist.
producer that like
Yeah.
sees the testosterone
Yeah.
ramping up and then throws a
Hey,
rubber jug
yeah.
of vodka into the middle of the floor and says, "Drink, we'll see what happens." And
Yeah.
then all of us just start fist fighting
Yeah,
each other.
Muthani's got one of those like night cameras in our bedrooms.
We're each doing
Sleep now.
We're each doing a confessional and being like, "Did you hear Brendan say your comedy was getting not as strong as like the last
Yeah.
hour?" Oh no, that's not what he said. We'll check back.
Hey,
with
Brendan, can you? We didn't have the cameras rolling. Can you tell Mike he's his own biggest hero again when on the cameras? Okay, Jesus. Own biggest fan, I meant.
So I guess we'll just.
I guess, I mean, I don't think I'm that closed up. There's certain things that I'm like, I don't want to discuss because some things are like more personal, I guess. But I'm
Sure.
also I'll talk about a lot of shit. So what the fuck are you talking about, Mathani?
There you go. Well, here's another question. Here's a scenario, in fact. You become super famous and you all have kids and wives. You'll miss a lot of time with family, up to 300 days on the road for 10 years. Is it worth it to lose 10 years of your kids growing up? And
Well, I don't want to talk about that. It seems too personal, but
It's fine.
I'm just kidding. What's your issue? Why haven't you laughed or
smiling at
talked?
you. I'm smiling. All you've gotten is a deserved smile.
Okay.
All you've earned.
I don't know. There's ways around that. Like you can figure out ways to like fly like I don't know, 300 like never seeing your kids? Probably not.
Not probably 300 I don't know if it's 300 consecutively or if it's like, but even still if it's like 60, 60.
Every weekend?
People that are like hugely famous bus acts bring their family.
Yeah.
Well, this is saying you won't have to bring them. You won't be able to bring them.
Right. Well, not being able to bring them, then I got to say no.
Just 300 days, not consecutively.
There's really not that many like things that would keep you on the road anymore for that. Like that would, if you didn't do them, hinder your career. Like if Bert Kreischer or something didn't want to go on tour like 300 days a year, he could just stay and do his podcast and do his other stuff and still make an incredible amount of money.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just
without leaving his family.
To quote Bill Burr, how big's your yacht gotta be?
Yeah.
I would be like Walter White. I'd be like, I'm doing this for my family while not seeing them at all.
Yeah. Vanessa and what's his name?
Dude, as a comic, I completely understood his motive from day one. That's what you always say. You're doing this for your family, but
really,
1,000,000% a personal.
I feel awake.
I think with stand-up, it's the best thing to be like, I'm doing this for me. Like, it's almost impossible to say otherwise. So you're like, so you started when you were 18 for your family?
Right, yeah. So I'm earning money to support a family, but all that comes with it is 100% for me.
Yeah, I'm on KFC radio for my family.
Yeah. All right, let's get to more questions. But now it jumped up, so I lost my place. But we'll go to this
Thank
one.
you, everybody, for the questions and
Here we
shit. Keep sending them.
Yeah, here's a scenario.com for all things podcast, not to mention our Instagram, where you can submit the questions for the free ep that comes out Wednesdays.
Here's the scenario. Yeah, and the Patreon stuff too, which I don't know do we remember to post about that?
We'll do it after this.
We'll do it after this. We got plenty, I think.
Yeah.
We get so many on those that we should start just doing the spillover.
We have got to figure out something to do with the spillover.
There's so many questions on the Patreon.
Yeah.
And not enough time to get to it. Here's a scenario from Matt Wellington. Since many Saints just came out, Sopranos, Marry, Fuck, Kill, Meadow, Melfi, Carmella.
Ooh.
All right. Damn, this is hard. This might be the hardest question we've ever gotten.
You think so?
I mean, I'm still thinking about the toes and the balls.
I don't buy it.
I'm definitely fucking one of them.
By the rules, you are.
Fuck all of them.
Yeah.
I'm not really that.
At some point, I'm going to have sex with the dead one.
Which one's dead?
Whoever you
How
murder.
old is Meadow Soprano in that?
She gets into college, and then after college,
she starts
she's like working as a lawyer.
She's of
like
legal.
20. I think
she's of legal consenting age.
Her highest age in that is like I think 21, 22.
Let's do first season Meadow.
What was she? But
First season Meadow.
what was she?
Kidding.
18.
That makes it harder for me.
Are
Literally.
you talking about your dick? Yeah.
Literally.
Now, I would say I got to. Man, here's the thing. I know it. I'm gonna. You have sex with Meadow, right?
Yeah,
Just
good.
she's whatever. You have sex with Meadow. You kill Carmella. That way, you don't have to worry about the whole Soprano baggage. You just get it out of the way. I'm not getting killed. I'm not getting caught up in all this bullshit. I'm not getting caught up in the drama and having people all around me get murdered all the time. You married to Melfi. Now you're like, I'll get some free therapy. She's not involved in organized crime. She's trying to make a life for herself. So I just got to worry about that stupid doctor she always calls. Be like, what's your relationship?
What makes
Stop
you
being
think
so fucking unresolved in
I
your
want to
relationship.
fuck Carmella in the mink coat.
I
that
never
Tony got
wanted
her.
to fuck Carmella.
Oh, you're out of your mind, man. I want her to reach one of those long nails in my ass.
No, I want to marry Carmella because she seems to be real quiet about stuff.
Not at all. Did you
No.
watch
You
the
slip her-
show?
She
She's
told
a
many
real-
people. She even
You
openly
slip her a
talked about
fucking
trying to have.
sapphire. She
Yeah, you
shuts the
slip her a
fuck
sapphire.
up.
She shuts up for 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden
Tony!
she talks to her priest, and it's a
She talks to
whole
her
bang
priest.
and
Alright.
again.
She tells her
And I'll
good
murder
friend.
her.
She tells her good friend that she's openly trying to have an affair
Yeah.
with
Oh, jeez.
with the mob boss.
I,
You acted like you were Tony.
Oh,
Just finding that.
jeez.
Oh,
jeez.
jeez.
Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what. I want to bang.
Oh, what the fuck?
I want to get pegged by Janice with a gun to my head.
Janice is a wild job.
That's what I want. But no, it's Melfi all the way to have sex with.
Yeah. 'cause
Nah,
'cause
she's
you-
gonna be different after the staircase scene,
What do you
the
mean?
parking garage
I
scene.
feel like
Remember the scene where
Oh,
she was
she did get
brutally
raped?
raped?
that is
You
one
never
of the
had sex
tougher
with-
scenes to jerk off
It's-
to. And that
Have you
It's-
never been intimate with a woman who's been raped before?
I'm saying she's going to be tougher, and also what? she's going to be tougher than the other two. She'll have more issues, more little like hesitations, should I say?
Maybe. I think that's
If it goes the other way,
I had sex with a girl who just had an abortion in college.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can have sex with them. I'm not saying not to have sex with them. I'm saying that all things being equal, there's probably more hesitance on Melfi than the other two. Would you agree?
But
Sir, would you agree?
But she wanted to.
Sir?
I disagree.
Sustained.
know,
Would you
man.
agree?
I don't know. Being related to like a mob family, that could be fucked up. All she was raped, which sucks, but she's still like,
Which sucks.
which is
for
it's like
who?
for her.
I'm marrying her. I'm the one
for
that's.
her.
I'm saying I'm loving her for the rest
but
of the
then
time.
marrying her, you got to deal with Vietnam flashbacks every.
That's fine. I'll be
Yeah.
there
Walk
for her.
Every stairwell you guys walk, she
Yeah.
flips the fuck out.
No more parking garages. That's part of the agreement.
But I think there is definitely soprano drama when it comes to having sex. Drama.
No, we didn't do drama.
When it comes to being even
the
involved
word
with
was-
Meadow.
Hesitation.
I'm marrying Meadow. I'm marrying Meadow because she matured into a relatively reasonable adult. I mean, she
No way. She was getting ready to be the fucking lawyer for the mob.
No, she wasn't.
Yes,
Dude,
she was.
you
Dude,
can't.
got ready to be.
They were
You
grooming her to be a
can't.
fucking
Attorney.
lawyer.
You can't do it. You
They were
can't
grooming
with
her
the
to be an
Sopranos.
attorney.
Sopranos
Who
are a
was
mush.
grooming her?
Her family.
They wanted her to go to medical school, you dope. They
But-
tried everything they could to talk her out of being a lawyer.
But when she became a lawyer, she started
Yeah.
fuced.
Then they wanted her
They
to go
showed
into
how
corporate
ignorant
law,
Meadow
and
was
she
to it
said
the entire
no.
time.
You are dead because they wanted her to go into corporate law to make all that money, and she instead went into civil rights law,
Yes,
which
I
angered
remember
her
that.
father because she was
I
working
remember.
with a bunch of.
I remember that.
I'm not quoting Tony. I'm not going to ruin my life on this podcast.
What was that you just showed me? The time?
Yes.
But you put your thumb over the time. You showed it to me and he went like this.
Intentionally was giving you an anxiety attack. This is how deep his psychosis
That's
is.
so weird.
Yeah.
But you knew what time it was.
No, I
Did you have to
No,
say
I
the
did.
first two zeros?
Never knows what time.
It said 1-something-9.
He has never known.
I said 1-9 at the time, as in 19. I went like this.
Are we at 19 seconds?
Welcome, everybody. I just started all over.
Well,
All right,
Brendan
let's-
really said what the F stood for early.
Yeah. Theme song was still on. Now, we didn't answer that. We got into a huge fight about Sopranos. I hope you're happy, Matt. And
I
so
love
now-
how the one before didn't even elicit that fight. It's
Yeah.
the innocuous Sopranos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we're
Fact-checking.
pulling things from one to the
Yeah.
next.
But hang on,
So-
I bang Melfi 100%.
Yeah.
Because she
I didn't
liked-
even answer yet.
She liked to get dominated.
You answered
She
twice.
was interested in having sex with Tony Soprano,
Yeah.
and he murdered people. So she'd probably want a lesser dominant, lesser murderer. And I feel like I fit in
You've
that
never
gray
murdered
area.
anyone in your life.
Yeah, Carmella's going to
truly
constantly...
what I just said.
Carmella's
You
just going to go...
fucking dumb idiot.
You dolt.
You have devices feeding my sound directly into
You
your
didn't say
ear.
I'm not a murderer. You said I'm less of a murderer,
Now...
which means
I think
Which is
Carmella's
true.
going to be over it. She's going to after a month of being with the good guy, she's going to be like, no, like I missed the
No.
thrill, the sexual thrill.
No.
She didn't have enough thrill in her life from being the mob boss's wife that she was like, I'm still going to have an affair.
You think she like
Carmella's
got
got to
to
go.
I think that she likes power. She was addicted to
power.
power. What are you powerful about compared to Tony?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not quite Tony.
wanna
So
be Tony.
it's like
That's it,
back.
right there.
Yeah,
You're
but
not quite
But in
Tony.
And that'll be playing in the back of your head the whole time.
How was it? You're good.
Yeah, no,
Not
I
quite
don't.
Tony.
I don't
Yeah.
come by kicking my legs in the air.
Is that how he came?
Yeah, have you never watched Tony
feel
Fuck
like
on
he
the
always
show?
wore
Have
socks.
you ever
I
even
gotta watch
seen
this
the
show again, I guess. Yes, I have.
I don't think you did.
Yes, I have. I was just talking about how annoying Ian is right now with how much he's being Italian.
Brendan has a whole bit about himself, and he doesn't even realize it on
I know.
stage.
No, I know it's about myself.
Okay.
Because I said it on stage. I went, "This is me." So it's going to become me. But
But
whole.
you're not ready.
I'm not ready. yet.
You're not ready to be that.
I will say
reflective.
though that Italian thing is about Ian. So
It's also about you.
is it about me?
Yes. Yes. You become every show you watch. You were wearing
That's not
borderline
true,
do-rags
Jesse.
when
I
you were
said, hey, what's going on?
We're getting into a fight.
You
not
guys are
getting
talking
into a
about
fight.
something that it's so small that not even I understand or know what's
We've
going
talked
on.
about it on the show. It's
About an
Brendan.
Italian thing?
Brendan accuses a friend in his act of becoming Italian while watching Sopranos. And
Ian.
he's basically talking about himself because he became that.
I became black.
He also
It's
became
different.
The Wire.
I became
and
The
he also
Wire, and I'm
became
still going.
Ren and Stimpy, you know?
Yeah, right. You're stimpy.
And Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Nice.
2-week-old
Crazy.
reference. All right. Now, on to the next question. Here's a scenario. These are big ones. It's going to be a lot for us. Kelly Dubs. Okay. Your best friend is taking a nap on the floor of your living room. Suddenly, you are faced with a bizarre existential problem. He or she is going to die unless you kick this slumbering friend as hard as you can in the ribcage. If you don't do this, he or she will never wake up. However, you can never explain your actions. If you inform your friend that you did this to save their life, your friend will die from that. So you have to kick a sleeping friend in the ribs. You can't explain why. Since you cannot tell the truth to your friend, what excuse will you fabricate to explain this seemingly inexplicable attack?
Whoops, it was an accident. I was walking by you and I kicked you really hard.
Whoops, I kicked you as hard as I could with all my might because I didn't notice you there.
This is fun, or it's funny. You
I
know
would have
what
been
mean?
like, sorry, I thought you were my dog.
I would just be like, oh man, I didn't think I was kicking you that hard. I was trying to wake you up. I didn't think. I was
Yeah, I'd be like,
kicking
oh,
you
did that hurt? I barely touched you. They're like, what?
that hard. Yeah.
You know what I would do? I would boot them in the side. They'd be writhing in pain, and then I'd fall to the ground and start seizing.
You just do the Tommy boy, bees, and start running. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go up, what?
I think that's the best way you could do it. You act like it was a medical emergency.
Yeah, the bees thing is really
I'm going bees.
great.
We got a convoy on bees?
I'm going bees.
All right. Now, next question. You are given a choice between two rewards. The first reward is to be twice as intelligent as you are right now. You'll be able to read twice as fast and remember twice as much. The size of your vocabulary will double, and you'll be able to solve intellectual problems with twice the current aptitude. The second reward is that you'll never again feel sick, even when you are, and you will always be whatever weight you want, regardless of what you eat or how little you exercise. You can simply imagine the body you would like to have, and that is the weight you will magically become. Which reward do you choose?
Here's what I've come to the conclusion of recently is nobody likes anybody smart.
Yeah.
Smarter than them.
Nobody likes it. It's just I've
sucks.
had enough with your intelligence. So I have no interest in being smarter than I currently am. Give me the non-sick and the weight, and I'll be just as vacant and not as emotionally feeling.
Yeah,
as I
ignorance is
currently am.
bliss anyway.
Yeah, get me out.
And also, you're like, I feel like I know a good amount. Do I know enough about everything? No, but I can know enough about some stuff that I'm like,
also fun-
I know a little about enough.
If you know too much about something, you're Bezos, Fauci, or whoever the fuck. You're an immediate
a billionaire?
Yeah, but you're a billionaire, but an immediate enemy.
You'll kill yourself.
That's
if
fine.
you know
Cancel
too
me after I've made 2.8 billion, and I'll be like,
then who will you hang out
Twitter's
with?
coming for me. My friends that want to be in my compound behind a private wall that's got multiple
Unless
yachts.
you get me a shirt with a M on it.
You mean this one with the C? Now,
That'd be cool.
what do you think?
I'm definitely taking the body.
I think
and
we're
the
convoying
yeah,
on
I
that.
mean,
Let's convoy on the body.
It's fun to learn things. Why would you not want to learn anything?
it's not that you're not learning anything. You're now twice as smart. Your vocabulary twice as good. You're twice as intelligent. So
it actually makes learning more efficient.
Yeah. Incredibly more efficient. You can actually probably be more of a vacuum for learning.
I'm okay with trying to have like a nice body and live a little bit longer and everything like that.
If I were you, I would pick the brain.
Why is that?
Because if you were smart, you'd realize you shouldn't eat what you're eating, and then you would stop and cut
You
that
can
out.
also-
You'd be in better shape.
You can also... I ate everything you ate this weekend.
I know, and look at us.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is fun to like. I don't know if you feel
I'm
this
sorry,
way.
did that hurt your feelings? That felt
Something
mean when I
did.
said-
Something hurt my feelings. I can't.
Scanning. Pierce in armor. Locating.
I can't quite put my finger on it, but something in the
Location.
past,
The heart.
something in the past 2 minutes hurt my feelings.
If only you were twice as smart, you'd know why. This is why you listen every week, everybody. Thank you for leaving us 5-star reviews. Tell friends about the show.
Yeah.
If you're having a good time.
Yeah.
You can, again, get involved in the show. Submit some stuff to us. We love having these questions submitted. It really helps us out. Gives us stuff to jump off of and solve. We got the questions and the answers here. And here's the scenario. You can also join the Patreon, patreon.com/scenario pod, which is fantastic. It's got we've talked about this so much. So much extra content, so many different types of content for as little as $5 a month. It's crazy. You'd love it. If you're listening to this and you're having any fun at all, you will have have more fun over there.
That's right.
So think about signing up on that, and also support us on all of our social medias, or all at here'sthescenario.com. But on the road and stuff, when does this come out, Nicole?
Weeks.
Okay.
This comes out on the 27th, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I would like to thank everyone for not coming to the Ainsworth in Long Island and not coming to BJ Ride.
And I would like to thank everybody who came to McGuire's in Long Island last weekend. And
Tonight, I'll be at the Comedy Cellar doing an hour at the Fat Black Pussy.
I'll be there.
Yes.
Feeney is going to be opening. It's going to be so fucking fun. I'm running the new hour, trying to get a goddamn tape of it because it's almost impossible to do with how animals behave on the road.
Yes.
So come out to that, New York, tonight.
And then next week, we're at Skankfest.
Oh,
all of us together.
Come
We'll be
say
at
hi to us.
Skankfest.
We'll sign your little yearbook that they're going to have there.
That'll be very fun.
And then I love that we're all 2 weeks after Skankfest. I mean, this is probably way too early to start doing this, but I will be back in Long Island headlining McGuire's.
What day?
The 19th and the 20th.
Oh, well, let's talk
baby.
about the 12th first, though, please.
Oh, the 12th.
Sagalow and I are producing a show for a New York Comedy Festival. We're doing a show called Unlikely Duos. We're taking two different style comedians, putting them together, and seeing what the fuck happens. It's for the fest. It's going to be great. 8 p.m. New York Comedy Club. Tickets are on sale now. It's going to sell out for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Friday night.
We're getting a lot of really great comics.
Yeah, and the lineup is going to be spectacular. So if you're around in New York City during New York Comedy Festival week, definitely come to that.
And if you're in New Hampshire that same evening, November 12th through the 13th, I'll be at the Cisco Brewers in Portsmouth, baby. Come on out. It's going to be great.
If you're in New Hampshire.
Nicole, can we cut a promo for my road dates that are coming up?
Yeah.
For the episodes that come out before this?
Yeah. Totally.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, Nicole?
You got anything? Anything to promote?
Here every Wednesday, baby.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
also
Oh,
check
and your
out
podcast,
Snarky.
idiot.
Yeah, check out Snarky if you haven't. It's fun because people are a lot of great feedback. Also getting fun commenters of people being angry at the name. Some people very much hate the name so much.
Really?
And I wrote back to one, but I've stopped writing back to the others now, where I'm like, you understand that because you hate it because it annoys you is the exact reason why that's the name. You know, it's like, first off, I like it. It's a good name.
I don't know if that's the exact reason, but it
Well, that
definitely is
is
the
a
cherry
benefit.
on top.
Yes, it's a benefit then. How about
Take
that?
him down.
Yeah.
Take him
Yeah.
I
down.
didn't take him down.
Take him
Yeah.
down.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Take him down.
We're good friends.
We don't take each other down.
Disagree. I've watched the show.
But a lot of great feedback. So you can. So here's the great thing about it. Not only is it comes out Tuesdays audio wise, and also be on my YouTube channel, Mike Feeney Comedy. But I do a bonus. I mean, we were planning for a few minutes, but a couple of them have been, I think, like 15 to 25 minutes, right, Nicole, for the bonus Patreon?
Even closer to 30.
Yeah, for Snarky, which is just me just answering things that they said on the Patreon. So again, another added benefit of being on the Patreon is you get that. And please tell some friends about it.
One more thing. This is like the funniest way to do plugs of us. This is how we should do plugs. Just try to fucking...
So nobody can comprehend
just run in. Yeah.
Just information overload.
I just got my motherfucking gaming computer.
Hey-oo.
So we got a new fucking... Everything's going to be new. Aesthetically, it's going to look fucking great. I'm going to be on way more Twitch. So just follow me and Feeney. My Twitch is twitch.tv/sags2riches.
And mine's new NY Freshmaker.
Yeah, so follow us both.
My computer's broken already, so I have.
And I got it from the same site, so great.
And now that makes.
Get ready for a hot 2 weeks from Sags to Riches.
Yeah. I've had 2 things break in 3 months, which seems unreasonable, but thankfully, Shuli, who also ordered that from the company, had a very similar hardware issue from the same company. So nice. I'm sure it's not a constant problem.
Great. Can't wait to have to deal with this.
Let's go to a question.
So let's get back to the questions. Kelly Dubs. These are all.
Oh, do you know what I bet happened?
Reading exercises.
So, you actually got the packaging together and you're going to send your computer back. Brendan's computer is going to break. They're going to ask him to ship it, and it's going to be like a car without wheels on somebody's front lawn. Like just completely vacant, grass growing out of it. He's never going to send it back.
Well, I disagree.
Well, they asked me. I have to. They were like, do you have the original box it came in? I was like, did it came in 3 months ago? The giant cardboard box? Is that still in my living room? No.
In that box.
You are? That's going to be most of your room.
No, I'll flatten it up and put it under my bed.
Will you?
No.
You'll untape the sides, ripping off pieces of the cardboard while it goes?
Very possibly, yes. I guess
it's already downgraded commitment.
I guess
that's 100%
doing it. Probably.
Maybe.
Ooh, ripping the tape, you say?
Likely. It's likely I do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I will.
You are in a plane crash in the Andes Mountains, not unlike those people from the movie Alive, or I suppose like the 1972 Uruguayan rugby team who experienced this situation in reality.
Ooh.
As such, you will be forced to consume the human flesh of the people who died on impact. This will be a terrible experience, like how they pointed that out. But it's the only way for you to survive. Fortunately, you did not know any of the victims personally. Would you rather eat a dead baby or a dead elderly person?
Dead baby.
Would gender wait for it. Would gender play a role in the selection process, and how much would it bother you if this meat turned out to be delicious? I'm going baby.
Definitely baby.
I'm eating baby dick first.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me.
I won't go dick first.
It's not going to change any of the way I eat it, except I guess how I eat it first.
No, I know exactly where I'm
saying?
going. I'm going back of the thigh.
The haunches.
Yeah, I'm just taking the baby's leg and I'm fucking.
I'm having that
like
soft spot.
Italian combo. Yeah, I'm gonna make pate out of its soft spot. Just whirl it up real fast.
Yeah. Oh. Gross. It's probably on fire anyway.
The old skin is out, dude. Unless I mean, that actually, if it's frozen, old skin kind of feels
beef
like
jerky.
Like well done turkey skin. Like you could take it off and just kind of crunch it in your teeth.
I don't like
but
that.
I do feel like baby is gonna get the most bang for your buck because it's got the tenderest meat. There's a bit of muscle, but it's not gamey. The skin is
it's the closest to a veal, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
You could pound it thin.
Yeah. I probably actually even rip it off of the body before I started eating it and then just fucking Viking it.
That would be so fucking gross, dude.
Imagine I looked at you and I had the baby in one hand and I just went
like a wishbone.
I'd be the man, though. I'd be the head of the gang.
Would it bother you if it turned out the meat was delicious?
No, it would be
Thank
great
God.
because I'd go, thank God this is good.
Yeah, now I'm actually going to gain weight on this trip.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to be addicted to human meat or anything like that.
You don't think so?
No, when something's good, you don't. What?
If something's good, you don't. Finish that sentence,
Become
Burger King boy.
It's not like you don't go in a car.
Yeah, but if my
car line and buy it at all hours of the evening.
I could stop. I haven't had Burger King in a while.
I can stop.
Did you have any fast food on the road?
No.
No burgers?
We had tons of burgers.
A million.
Only burgers.
We had 9 million burgers.
It is a fun thing too. Do you feel like if you're on the road or something with Brendan, where you're like, because I feel like in general you're kind of more of a eat whatever the fuck you want on the road kind of situation, which a lot of us are. But I feel like when we're with Brendan, we're like, well, Brendan probably wants Shake Shack, so I guess I'll have to get Shake Shack.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Brendan is the bad idea version of me. So anything that he wants to do, anything that I want to do, I know that he wants to do it too.
Yeah.
And all it needs is just a slight push.
All you need, not even a push, you just bring up the idea.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
That's the push.
So he possesses all of your bad qualities, none of the good.
Yeah, he's the Danny DeVito to my Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You don't think I possess any of your good qualities?
No.
Then you don't have any.
Of course
good
I
ones.
do, you stupid idiot. Jesus Christ, are we really? You guys just hear the AC in the background over that answer? Of course.
This guy's fucking panicking. You ever heard of maybe like giving something a second? You said something, and I took a second. I let it breathe.
It was a serious response to it.
What was the serious response?
Forget it. You're too.
I was about to say that I don't think you have any good qualities, which would have been like a whatever joke, but you didn't let me. I went, well, and then you went, Jesus Christ, are we not having fun here? Fucking relax.
I'm about to tell you how I feel. And you don't want that. You don't want that.
Nicole, where do you stand on the Brendan Cannon debate?
Well, I was thinking this is going shockingly well for coming into this, like waiting for the snap, and I feel like it's finally happening.
There you go.
Shockingly well.
Perfect addition without taking a side. Do you know that?
She's very
Switzerland,
political.
baby. Now, here's another one from Kelly Dubs. Did we all? Yeah, we all agreed. You come home from an afternoon of shopping expecting your residence to be empty. However, upon entering your front door, you immediately sense something is strange. The entire place smells like marijuana and roses. There is a briefcase sitting in the middle of your living room floor, filled with diamonds and Christmas cookies. You can hear the shower running, and when you open the door to the bathroom, you realize that the man using the shower is basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal. A naked Shaq peers at you from behind the shower curtain and smiles enthusiastically, but says nothing. He then returns to washing himself. When you ask O'Neal what he's doing in your home, he simply says, I don't remember. Do you call the police?
No. I mean, I would like talk to him for a couple hours and like see if I can get him out on his own, but it might come down to it, be like, hey, look, I think I might have to call the cops on you, man. I don't want to.
Excuse me, Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
I might have to forcefully eject you from my home.
Yeah, can I have some of those
can't do that.
diamonds and shit?
Yeah, I'd absolutely smoke weed with him. I'd catch a healthy gander of whatever cock he's cooking with in that shower. I
that'd be the first thing I look
desperately
at.
want to know if it's, if everything matches up.
It would be brutal if it doesn't.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
really tough. Even a big dick is like an 8-inch dick. Probably
8-inch soft
small.
looks nothing on that.
I'm not
body.
even saying soft. That's
8-inch
insane.
soft. 8-inch soft is going to look like this.
Like
on that
he's
body.
got to have a 13-inch dick for it to even feel like a human dick.
He
right?
definitely has a big dick. There's no way.
Big dick is fine.
Like
but I'm
huge.
but I'm talking like human. Like
Show dick.
Does he have like a Peter North cock, like a Duraflame of a man, or is it like a just big regular cock and it's like an 8-inch pretty?
I bet he's got that
dick?
wood shit. That guy.
You think he has like?
I think he's got a
anteater.
There's no way everything in his body is like this fucking, like you
Proportionate.
said, yeah, Duraflame. I think his dick would be like ginormous.
Nicole, what do you think?
I've been Googling it for the past 2 minutes. I'll get back to you.
Is
well,
it
this is the thing.
in the public?
No, but it might be. I mean, there's always rumor about people's dick, but he was with that chick Hoops from, I think, Flavor of Love, and she is like a compact 4'11".
Yeah.
So I don't know if he just had sex with her and up periscoped out of
Yeah.
her mouth, or how they physically did that.
Oh yeah. The key word there was dating. So maybe he does have a big
Maybe he
dick. and
killed
she-
her.
Maybe he killed her. Maybe she's dead.
Brian
More
Lundgren.
more like oops. Brian Lundgren.
Here's a scenario from Jennifer Decroix. Good morning. I have a fuck, marry, kill for you boys. Loved IG, Irish goodbye. The only thing that was missing was Brendan.
Oh, thanks.
He was on a lot.
Yeah.
18 times.
Too many, some would say. So here's the scenario. Fuck, marry, kill.
What the fuck?
Bloodhound Gang, Insane Clown Posse, and Sum 41. Hopefully you haven't done this one yet. That's what I love. That's what gets me. How many people have asked you about Insane Clown Posse and Bloodhound Gang, you know, with all of their famous songs?
Well, I forget who it was. On the road, she was a Patreon member, and she said, she was like, I tried my best to come up with an original question, but Feeney scolded me. And she's like, and I had just joined.
Get better. Do some research. Before you step up to that microphone, make sure you got something to say.
Yeah, comb through every post we've made.
Yeah, please. Listen to all 4,000 hours.
So what would you guys do?
I'm going to marry Sum 41. Okay? I'll fuck Bloodhound Gang. Because I was a pretty big Bloodhound Gang fan,
you
too.
and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
Yeah.
So let's
I had all their
do what they
albums.
do.
They had more than one album?
Oh, yeah. They also had that song, it got a little popular. It was the Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo.
I mean, that's too many words, but what does it go? How does it sound?
It's like, it's funny because it is the name of the song, so it's like, it feels like I'm just making this up. Oh, it goes, Foxtrot Uniform. It does go Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo. It means like fuck, you know? You'll have to listen to the song. I feel embarrassed to even sing it.
Why? I'm just trying to.
Yeah, but it's hard to remember the words to this
Just
one.
do
like
the
in
tone.
verse.
Do like the dun 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 dun, like something. Give me anything.
You're
at
a
all.
I wish they would
professional
play it.
musician.
Don't say I wish. You said I wish they would play it.
Bum
It's-
bum 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 bum.
Now add in the words.
It's hard. The words are hard in this song.
Foxtrot
Uniform Charlie Kilo.
Now that's the worst song I've ever heard.
Yeah,
It's actually a pretty good song. Put the you know what in the you know where. It's all about having
Oh
sex.
God, I gotta tell you, bands that were like that really irked me. Those kind of bands.
Yeah, they're like
who were like
young kids.
Yeah.
That are like have that 14-year-old humor and everything.
That's what I love about Brendan's raps is he's a 30-year-old doing fun high school raps.
Am I doing fun high school raps?
Like high school party raps.
Warning.
How's this going to do?
Insecurity meter is rising.
Similar a la Mac Miller, Malcolm
I don't
Millar.
think so.
No? Oh,
Nope.
you think it's
I think it's very mature.
cold streets in New York shit?
No, that could be like young kid shit too. I'm more afraid of the 14-year-old kids that are talking about like killing people because I really think they'll do it.
Yeah.
Like TK, that dude who's in jail now.
For killing someone?
Yeah.
Well, then he really carried through on his promise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Should have seen the warning signs.
Who else? Somebody is going to life for life. Another rapper, young kid. Forgot.
I think
And I would kill the Insane Clown Posse.
I think I would fuck Bloodhound Gang because if for no other reason than to be like, you talked a big game. Here we are.
Yeah, get
What?
good point.
Cleavers out.
All you talk about is sex. So clearly you must be very good at sex. That's how that stereotype usually goes. People who always talk about sex are not good at it. So I'm like, I want to see what that's about. If no other reason than to embarrass them. And then I'll kill Insane Clown Posse because, of course, and marry Sum 41 because hits.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work Derek through his substance abuse issues.
He's long gone. But I would be gifted with a street sweeper and mow all three fucking bands
You like
down.
Sum 41.
No, I like them. Probably, I'm more familiar with them than the other two for sure. I
You would have fun.
I don't know if I've ever heard an Insane Clown Posse song in my entire life.
You're not missing much.
I
mean,
can't-
it's
like,
I
It's like
just
a
don't
headache,
know.
dude.
I think I know one song by them.
You're not allowed to play it.
Because
but
they were, I'm not playing.
Their songs
You're
are like
not allowed to.
they like scare me. Their songs.
Yes,
they
sir.
scare you.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
just
now
weird.
I want to listen to them. I'll fuck ICP. Why not? Because they got a little bit of both, right? They're skinny and fat, so at least that's nice diversity and where
Shaggy
you stick your
too
penis. And then
Is that
I
really
guess
gay?
I have. I guess I marry.
I get why you said it's scary.
Yeah.
What are those? Our tour picture t-shirts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, which by the way, those might be available to our Patreon listeners soon.
Yeah.
So
Whoa.
we have a few left over. So
Okay.
Yeah. We got another question?
Well, this is more of an observation, looks like. No, it is one. Brendan's break stuff, blow your brains out bit literally made me shoot LaCroix out of my nose.
Thank you.
If you were actually going to kill yourself, what song would you play in the background?
Probably some like...
I know the answer to this for me.
You say it. Then.
I've said this before where that Nights in White Satin is probably the best ODing song I could ever think of. You know that one that's like, 'cause I love you, yes I love you, I love you. They always play it in like, I think it's in Soprano.
I don't think
Casino.
there's been any music that has even registered near what you just did.
You know that song.
I don't
Nights
know
in White Satin,
what you did.
Never waiting the end. Come on, how do you guys not know this song?
I mean,
It's a very popular song.
I've heard the name of the song.
I'm sure if there
I
was like,
love you.
if somebody came in and like sang the melody,
This is a real sing-songy episode. Is this our musical?
Play 3 seconds.
we can't.
We're allowed to play 3 seconds.
No.
3 seconds is the actual literal law. No more than 3 seconds. It'll be like a mystery thing. 'Cause and then cut off. I go, what song? I can't believe you guys don't know that song. Wow.
I don't know what song I would pick, but it'd have to be like something slow and
Look up
something
what
really
movies.
nice.
Mine would either be James Taylor, Fire and Rain, or Elton John, Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. I want to go down in a plane to that song, man. Like,
How does that
or
song
just
go?
I thought I knew in Spanish Harlem are not just pretty words to say. It sounds exactly like
Oh, I know what song
the
I'm
other
going
Elton
out
John.
to.
I thought I knew.
The fucking what's the name? That's hold on.
'Cause I love you.
Now I lost the song in
'Cause
my
I
head.
love
and
you.
Your guys' inability to sing has bleeded into me.
I can't listen and remember.
It is in The Sopranos. I fucking knew it. It was in The Sopranos. It was in. I
Look
think
at Brennan
Goodfellas.
trying to find the song. Oh my
you know
God.
what it is? You know,
I've given up,
the
Brendan. Just
exact
give up.
scene.
There's
You know
no
the
way.
exact scene. It was in A Bronx Tale when he starts.
Not Sopranos?
It was also in Soprano. It's been in
I
a
know.
million things.
The king of wishful thinking. 'Cause I'm the king of wishful thinking.
Actually, you know what? It
And
would
if
be-
I sell myself.
I don't want a sad song. I'd be Jesse's Girl. Down, 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 down.
You came along with the brain. Down, down.
No, I'm trying to get this
Oh,
off, but it's just
God.
playing it louder.
'Cause I'm the
Yeah,
You know what it was?
I really
In-
got
in a-
I really got infested by you guys. Like I couldn't even find the song.
I think it was in
You
Bronx
did
Tale when
too.
they were burning
hard.
alive in the car with the Molotov thing. When they
Oh, in Bronx
in like
Tale,
the
yeah.
end of Bronx Tale. I think that was the scene that it was playing while they
Oh,
were like
God.
burning alive. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
sad song. I mean, sad scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not going to play it at all?
Oh fuck!
Not even
No,
3
I just
seconds
got
of
a
it?
disconcerting text message. Well, Nicole was going to cue it up. I don't know. So now I had a disconcerting text message from someone who's going to be filming our content in just moments. So I'm going to address this, and you guys go ahead and pick up the pod.
All right. Okay, so give me the book. Give me the book.
All right, let me just ask a question, and then I'll pick one at random because we don't know what page we're on.
We are on that page, and it started from the first one is the new one. I checked before we did
This top one.
Yeah.
I love this show,
This is
man,
like the
because
equivalent of touching Brendan's ears. This is
Yeah.
where we are in this fuck. he's like, put it back. Don't turn the corners.
he's literally doing the fucking ET uncomfortable
He's
thing.
he's doing the
keep his
Brittany Murphy and don't say, well, I'll never tell. If you could be invisible.
Leo and Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
I think we did this, of course. If you could be invisible for 1 hour, where would you go and what would you do?
We definitely did that last show.
Did
You're
we?
Fucking
Did we?
And
It's
and if you could relive one romantic date from high school, we did that
just
too.
flip to the back.
No,
Just start
try the
reading
new
from
page.
the
Try the
back.
first one on the new page.
If you had to keep one part of your body's, if you had to keep one part of your mate's body permanently in the freezer, what part would you save? I'm not saving your head; it'd take up too much room.
Yeah. Her ass.
Oh, we're talking about our female mate. I thought our mate as in friend.
No, our female mate.
Oh, okay. Because Feeney said your head.
It's part of your mate.
Oh, like, all right.
Just do both.
Okay.
Oh, see,
I interpret it as that. You interpret it
Keep her ass.
as you.
I'd keep Feeney's lips because I want to see the mustache.
Cold mustache.
And Cannon's brows
Thanks, pal.
in my freezer.
I'd take I'd save your ass and asshole because it would take up the least amount of space.
Nice.
And then Feeney's elbows because I need a knife.
Oh my God.
I mean, has everything fallen apart? What happened? Did our podcast get canceled?
Yeah, is that General Motors?
Uh-oh. You never want to read it. Never want to read
This sucks.
Never want to read a "you're all dead to me" text. You know.
Oh, great.
So we'll just
Great. It can't be true though.
I don't think so, but I can't find out. So
Do you want to pause for a second?
let's pause 1 minute. And we're back. Everything's fine. We're all doing great. If you were the sole survivor of a plane crash with everyone present, oh my God, and you had to choose someone to eat,
Whoa.
who would you select? Well, we already did this.
That's hilarious though. Why are you looking at me like
Because that whoa was very funny.
okay?
It's like a kid who just saw a rainbow for the first time.
Whoa! They have a mall here?
If you could eliminate one hereditary characteristic from your family, what would it be?
Eczema.
I think I get my eczema from my dad though.
Yeah, hereditary. So that's the
Eyebrows.
He definitely thought the her was for getting it from your mom.
I thought that was.
It's not his hereditary. It's her hereditary.
I thought that was.
And sometimes they hereditary.
I thought because of the movie Hereditary, and that's all about the grandma or mom or something.
Is it, Nicole? Now you're making me doubt my own
Hereditary is
making
mom.
fun.
It's mom.
No,
I don't believe
No,
it
not
is.
at all.
What is it? Genetic from the father and
Don't
hereditary?
you waver in
I am
how
wavering.
wrong
He's
he is.
wavering.
wavered in
Nicole,
my-
look it up.
Don't look it up because
Look it
the
up.
computer will block you from being able to ask such stupid things going forward.
That's how much we like to keep Brendan just beaten down. We don't want his points checked. Just in case they're right.
There's no.
Are you
Dude,
looking it up?
I'm looking it up.
hereditary?
I'm looking it up.
Hereditary means like if it's something is passed down in the genes, it's
So
hereditary.
it doesn't matter if it's man or woman.
Of course, it doesn't matter. It's the
So
genes.
there is no her in his hereditary.
Have you ever said his hereditary?
No, I'm kidding. Obviously,
You weren't until just now.
that was just a joke. But I will stand by the hereditary thing.
You shouldn't and don't. What was? Why did you?
I have
click?
a tick. I have a tick.
Yeah, you clicked out away from the mic and
This
didn't.
weed has had a very odd time release like effect on all of
Brendan's
us.
just
We've
making
each lost our
noises.
minds at various points in this episode.
Hate it.
And it makes no sense.
All right, I would eliminate. Let's see. What is that?
Eczema.
Hereditary. We're back to where it all began. Canon. Sweating?
No, wild depression and mental illness.
Whatever.
That's in everybody.
So you don't want to
Okay.
be Irish anymore.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I'd like to be able
dare
to
you.
to get out of.
Bend your
Shitty
roots.
knees.
Your knees are awful. Dude. If you
My
ran
knees
for
are not
even
awful.
more than a block, you would absolutely fold on
My
yourself.
legs.
I want to
are
run high
like-
knees through your hiney.
Nice. That's a bar, dude.
Put it in your next song.
Hiney through your hiney, hit you with the stymie. Let's go. Now, I'm trying to think of a hereditary thing. I guess like some of my family members have had cancer, but I think that's also from just chain smoking.
Probably.
So,
Ears open.
So no lungs.
but my dad's side of the family doesn't live very long. So I'd like that to be, they get to like
That's Irish.
80, you know, or
That's
something
long.
like that, I guess. But my
long enough.
mom's side got to 100.
So
Or-
split it in the middle. Maybe you'll get to 90.
Yeah.
You want to get to 90?
I don't know. I guess. I mean, if you're asking me right now at 33 if I want to live longer, I'm like,
Yeah.
sure.
You just become just this fucking Nosferatu man, just with skin hanging off your fingers especially.
Yeah, but I don't care. That's the best part about getting old. You get to do whatever the fuck you want.
You really are going to be a Jack Skellington when you're like 78.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's like
you are going to be the king of Halloween.
I'll be wearing a suit all the time.
That'd be cool.
Old guy wearing a suit is the best. You see an old guy wearing a suit and you're like, what's that guy got going on? He doesn't have to do that. That's awesome.
No, I think about the Six Flags, dude. That's going to be you. Fucking Feeney's going to be coming off of the bus.
Oh my God. If I'm still that flexible, I would do that as a bit. If I get that old and I'm still able to do that, I will dress up like that man and do it. And it'll be very...
Starting stem cells now.
Yes. Let's do one more because that got weird. If you could be a student of any university in any university in the world right now, where would you enroll?
Harvard.
You'd go to Harvard?
I'd go to Harvard.
But now it's all
I like the campus.
Online shit. It's a lot of like online stuff.
They got to be back at this point, right?
Not fully.
I think they are because they like demanded vaccination. Didn't like a couple of
we demand vaccination.
Well, it was like a man
without representation.
Oh, and masturbation.
But I do think even with NYU, it's like all the students are back, but they don't pack out the classes like they used to.
Oh, really?
So you do like 2 days in the class, 1 day on the virtual or whatever, something like that.
Well, are we? Yeah.
Let's pretend the
college.
world
Going to college now sucks. Going to college now sucks. Well, it said now. It literally, specifically in the book, said now.
When was this book made?
1918. Would you like to find
there's
your
just a
wife?
bunch of symbols in here? Did the cavemen write this?
There's the zodiac alphabet in the back. Copywritten 2003, probably.
Go to any I don't know. Is it? And it's all paid for. Harvard. How long do you think you could actually last there? Because the loftiest school that I almost went to that like wanted me to play basketball there, but I had already sent my money to Geneseo and I had no personal money at the time. But was Tufts. So I like they reached out to my coach, got the tape, like all that stuff. They liked me. They were willing to offer like a $10,000 whatever for academics because they couldn't give any athletic scholarship, and that still kept the price at around like $42K a year. Which thank God I didn't do that because then I'd just be this with that debt.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck that. Thank God I went to a SUNY. But
and that's a thing too, though, because you don't have to worry about like it says that you're getting in, so we're enroll as
but
if
how
you're
long could
getting
you
accepted.
last? Like
you know what I would
drank
like
myself
to go to?
at a Geneseo. How could you fucking like?
You know what I think I'd like to do because it was so the opposite of my college experience, but it would be probably the worst thing for me to be go to like a giant Notre Dame or something like that. Notre Dame. The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
You do not say Notre Dame like that, do you?
No, but I will.
I don't believe you.
But I also tried to go there, but I couldn't go there. They were like, we're all set. Because I had family that went there too. So I was like,
you
it's
were
in
a legacy.
my uncle went there. My grandfather went there. So I was like,
we've had enough Feenies. We see where this is going.
Yeah, they're all doing very well.
Not a single senator in the bunch.
But it would be huge to go to like a 40,000 student body thing or like university. I got into like U of A and stuff, but you're like, that would be cool just to experience, I think. But then you're in classes with 300 people and fucking you're like, the teacher doesn't even know who you are, or then it gives you so much more incentive to not go to class versus the one I went to, there was like 30 to 40 people in a class.
I feel like you get to meet, like that might have been better for me socially because the small classes were whatever, but I didn't thrive in high school either. Like I lost concentration in a completely like intimate
but then they can stay on you.
Yeah, that's fine, but I don't even thrive on that. I thrive on positive whatever, and if we meet each other, it's great. But I did better in like those big classrooms because I don't know why. It like forced me to read on my own and be self-motivated and kind of whatever. But I don't know. I think I would like that from the social element where then you meet girls. There's like
you don't have to run into anybody ever again.
Yeah, dude, I knew
literally
everybody from every class that I had. Basically everybody in the fucking journalism communications department.
Yeah.
And it was like I've already
it's
tried
too small
to hook up with all of them.
Yeah, it's very small. Yeah, it's a very and everybody knows everybody's business in a small school.
Yeah,
I never got like a real like college party kind of experience because I went to college in the city, so any parties were on like in the hood and shit, where it's like
oh wow,
like the McKinley, I think it's called McKinley houses or something in Brooklyn. All the parties were there, so it was just like
I never thought about like house parties in college as not because like where I went, they had like people were, students lived in these giant off-campus houses. So they were like, they were shitty houses, but they were still like 3-story houses, these upstate or Westchester kind of thing. So they weren't well maintained. There was like no furniture in it besides one shitty IKEA thing in there. And it's just like, 12-foot high ceilings. But everybody that's where all the keggers were. That was like fun.
A couch, a TV, and like a 6-foot bomb.
And an old coffee table that has been there long before anybody moved in.
My coffee table had like violent carvings in it by the end of the year. Probably mostly for me. I'm
going to be doing comedy one day.
It's just a sketch of Dane Cook in Knife.
Yeah. And that's the show, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We love you. Check us out again. Here's a scenario.com for everything. Here's a scenario and patreon.com/scenario pod. We love you. We'll see you next week. Bye. Here's the Scenario is Mike Feeney, Mike Cannon, and Brendan Sagalow. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button Podcast. For more information about the show, visit here'sthescenario.com. The Scenario.